set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Chargers. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway in Southern California. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Play action. It's Herbert. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first down, Justin Herbert. Quickly to Kelce. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Herbert's throw taken in by Slayton. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The Chargers at 9-6 now. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Herbert back to the air. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Eckler again. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Little flip of fortune. They had a chance to possibly pin him deep, but out of bounds, and now they'll start at the 40. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. All again on second down. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Nichols. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. On first down, it's Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Complete. Smith has it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. To the air again, Herbert. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Hooper with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Elijah Moore now bringing it out of his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up on a safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Now it's Herbert. And no hesitations. They go right back to Kelce. Touchdown! Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
He'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to air one out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Wants to try to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Alonso looked to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
He's going up top for Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert on first down now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jeremy Ruckert, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets take the 4th. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
Yes, darn right.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But
nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Lots to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score, Chargers 49, Jets 6. Bill Watts is set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. That pass complete to Moore. And they're going to get this up to midfield. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. John Franklin Myers able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw is on target to Duvernay. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Got a man, Slayton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Chargers! Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 70. And the Chargers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Option play, here's Hall. And some room to work. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. 20. 5. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on is not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jeremy Ruckert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On second down, Eckler, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Able to find Gray here. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for him.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll throw over the middle, taken in.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Herbert. And this pass caught by Gray. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Play action. It's Herbert. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people and their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things, but ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
To the air again, Herbert. He's got it, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to connect with Mims. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers.